if you are a fan of Ghostbusters Afterlife, I think that you'll at least be okay with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire as a follow-up. But I just feel like this film doesn't live up to Afterlife in a way. Yes, they both do have fun moments, but Frozen Empire has this massive, sweeping ensemble of characters, and that massive ensemble really prevents any character, aside from McKenna Grace's Phoebe, to really get any sort of development. And McKenna Grace as Phoebe is actually really good. I'm a big fan of that character. I'm a really big fan of the arc that that character goes on in this film and the story that they're trying to tell. But the issue is that aside from that story, you don't really have much development for any other character, whether it be a new character or an original character. And there's just no kind of second face to McKenna Grace. You know, you had Finn Wolfhard back in Afterlife, but he's been completely sidelined in this film. You know, you have Carrie Coon and Paul Rudd, but they're just not on screen enough, at least in my opinion. And then all the original Ghostbusters, not on screen enough. You know, you just don't have that second character, and it was too big of an ensemble and too many references. They didn't include enough to make this movie original and special on its own. Like, honestly, if you want to make a movie with the original Ghostbusters, make a movie with just them, and maybe throw these characters in as like side, third act type of characters. But instead, they try to do the best of both worlds, where it's a film for the original characters, but also the new characters, and it's just way too much. I mean, one other person who definitely stood out was Kumail Nanjiani. He wasn't on screen enough, you know, like everybody else, but his scenes were some of the best scenes in the film, and he was hilarious in this movie, and I found him to really steal every single scene he was a part of. So great job to him, and just great job for actually, you know, being able to stand out in this film, where it felt like it must have been really hard to stand out, because like there's just way too many people. And at the end of the day, you know, it's fun, it has its moments, but you just kind of forget about it after. You walk out and you go move on with your life. And that's okay. You know, you get movies like that all the time. But if you're gonna make a Ghostbusters movie, why not make a Ghostbusters movie that is kind of moving, you know, that really just stands out? Because Afterlife did some stuff that made it stand out, that made it kind of moving, and that just made it important, and just it made sense for why Afterlife was made and all of that in the first place. But for this film, what was its purpose? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this film 2.5 stars. But what about all of you? Have you seen this film yet? What were your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to have a conversation about Ghostbusters and get your input. Did you like it more or less than me? What did you think of the massive ensemble of this film? Was it a good choice? Was it not a good choice? You know, I want to hear all of your thoughts. And while you're down there, please feel free to like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.